You can see that once you have all 4 keys, the bottom of the selection screen now has Dr. Grump, which is the last stage of the game. You control Kermit, armed with a feather, as he makes his way through the save Miss Piggy in Dr. Grump's castle. The controls here are pretty much just as bad as you would expect them to be. The hit detection's a little bit off, and you can't actually damage any of the enemies on screen. So there's no point actually having the feather until you get later on and fight the mini-boss of this whole thing. Jumping on these platforms can be a bit of a pain because if you're not directly in the actual center, you can actually fall through and land in the pits, as we'll get a little bit later on and we have a lot more of those platforms. It becomes more of a pain. If all the bad programming wasn't obvious enough, you can tell that this game was really poorly made, since they didn't even give Kermit a backwards sprite. If you hit backwards, he just tiptoes backwards instead of actually turning around. You can see right there I had to be careful because I actually didn't jump fully into the center of the platform and I actually fell through it. Just like all the minigames, there is a few things to collect for extra points, but they really don't serve any other purpose. So just try to do your best to avoid all the falling rocks and the rocks as they're coming flying towards you. We do have a mini-boss coming up, and it's impossible to defeat him, at least I found it's impossible to defeat him without losing at least 1 life. Once you get over here, get ready to fight the mini-boss. Go over to the 3rd rock and just hold in the attack button, and he'll punch you, but it'll also send him flying off the edge, defeating him. Once you come back, he's still defeated and you can move on, but there's really no way to avoid this. After all my attempts of playing the game, I was able to survive 1 time, but it seemed like it was a complete glitch and I've never been able to pull it off again. Once you get over here, it's time for the actual boss of this entire game. Use the hearts that now spring out from your feathers to fly up into the air, and then when they come back down, you must get them to land on Dr. Grump's head in order to defeat him. It only takes a couple of hits, as well as you should have full health from that previous mini-boss defeating us, so it should be no trouble defeating him. Once he's done, Miss Piggy slowly floats down, kind of weird, and embraces with Kermit, and that's the end of the game. After we enjoy that great ending, which obviously took many months of programming in order to get just right, we get to see our credit screen, the development team, and special thanks, and then it goes right back to the beginning so you can repeat the madness all over again. And with that, that's going to wrap up this edition of Play It Through. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.